creep, and he has all 3 of his bases almost connected. This queen showing how important it is to have these bases connected, because it was really slow, really slow off creep. But getting a good group of units together, and by good group of units, I mean just one unit really, roaches, spam the R button, R, he's like a pirate, R matey, I'm just spamming the R button. Anyway, enough with the bad puns. Going back to Liquid HuK, it looks like he's just going to be poking around with a few stalkers, want to see what's up, and he does see that the creep is being spread, and ooh, because of this, if I can find it, there we go, the observer, he's able to just poke up and stop the creep spreading. That's actually really important, because Zerg can assert map dominance simply by spreading creep, and oh, that observer. And by observer, I mean overseer, short-lived life, and oh, the changeling, not any better luck. So, doing a good job of denying scouting there, and it looks like he's taking his 3rd as well, which is very good. Zerg always wants to be about 1 base up on their opponents, and so staying even on bases is going to be pretty good for HuK. It's actually going to be really good. So it looks like he is getting Thermal Lance, which means he has Colossus coming out wherever. Where is it? There we go. There's the Robo. So, looks like he is getting Colossus out. He has 5 warp gates now, and 2 fully saturated bases, and a 3rd about to be there. And adding on another Robo Bay at his expansion, and a Twilight Council. So, might be getting Blink, might be getting Zealot Legs, but let's see if we go to the Units tab. We can probably figure it out. It looks like 13 Stalkers to 5 Zealots. So, if I was a betting man, I would bet that he's going to get Blink for the Stalkers. That's just my guess. Okay, so wow, a ton of Corruptors coming out right now. So DIMAGA knows that Colossus are on the way, and he's going to go, it looks like straight up just Roach and Infestor. And by Infestor, I mean Corruptor. Why do I say Infestor? Although Infestors would be pretty cool. But it looks like it's going to be Roach and Corruptor for DIMAGA. And he is taking a 4th while he can. It looks like a Stalker going to sacrifice himself for ire just in order to see what the Zerg's plan is. And look at this incredible spread of roaches. Going to hunt down and kill this probe. The poor probe, he never had a chance. Oh. Songs will be sung for the probe. I feel bad. My eyes are tearing up. But you know what? It's not going to bring him back, so I guess I'll get over it. Wow, look at this. HuK being so proactive with expand. I guess that the Zerg is expanding, so I'll expand too. I can play this game. I can expand. It's all good. And not even getting any cannons. A lot of Zergs I've been seeing lately in the games I've cast have been getting like 5,000 cannons right here, or you know, like 10. And then they've really not used units to defend this Nexus, but just made it a hard target by putting tons and tons of cannons there, and then really focusing on just defending between these 2 bases. If you can look at the minimap where my mouse is, between this base right here and this base right here, and they just run up and down this ramp back and forth. Oh, it does look like he has fortified this a little bit, so not going to be any run-bys happening there. So it actually makes sense that he would make cannons here, but he's not. So he's keeping his money really low. His macro is doing really well. As we continue to see good troop movement by both players, and it looks like Liquid HuK is going to attempt to take the gold here, and it looks like this is DIMAGA's cue to say, no, screw that, I am not going to give you the gold. So it looks like DIMAGA is going to be moving in, and HuK is going to be defending, and so we're going to have to see exactly how this fight goes. But there are a lot of Colossus. It looks like, if I can double-click on some of them, 5 Colossus coming, but a ton of Corruptors, and we see 1 Colossus already going down. This is the name of the game, is going to be these Colossus. They're the damage dealers. There's 2 more down, so there are only 2 left. Now just 1, and all the Colossus are down. That's cute. A couple of hallucinated Colossus, but they're not going to do anything. But it looks like, amazingly, that Liquid HuK's army is going to barely hold here, and he is going to be able to, I think, save this hatchery. And these force fields having a lot to do with that. Good job. The offensive blink going to try to pick off a couple more units, and then he is just going to pull back. He defended. He did what he's supposed to do. He also took control of the watchtower, got that Zergling out of there. So HuK going to feel pretty good. And actually, he's a base up. He's actually at this point a base up, although it is not mining, it is established. He has one base up on the Zerg, and that is a gold base as well, so that's not where the Zerg wants to be. So DIMAGA going to do everything he can to stop that, and look at this. Going to let his Zerglings get a perfect surround, and going to be focusing this down with everything he has. Looks like another battle is going to be joined. Force field's going down, and again, that Colossus just goes down instantly because of all these Corruptors. That is so many Corruptors. Could actually be overkill. I feel that his air superiority is actually hurting him a little bit as his ground army is weaker. And there's the offensive blink again, going to be killing off a ton of these Zerg units, and these Corruptors are going to run away. And okay, DIMAGA reinforcing, has a ton of Hydras, and HuK very, very confident he can win this. Also wants to keep his Immortals in the back, so going to be offensive blinking the Stalkers up, and a little bit of defensive blinking going on as well. More Stalkers reinforcing, so he did end up getting that blink, and it's serving him very, very well. And DIMAGA continuing to push, but going to pull back. He did end up killing this Nexus, and that's very, very important. He needed to kill that Nexus. He needed to keep HuK off of that base, and so now he's just going to be streaming Zerglings. Zerglings pretty good against Stalkers and Immortals, especially if they get surrounds like that, and now he's going to be pulling back. They're also cheap. Not on larva, but they're cheap on money. So he's able to keep producing stuff. And now look at this. The Corruptors can't even really do anything except cast Corruption, and it looks like he is on almost all of these units. So they're going to be taking 20% additional damage, but I just don't think ground army. It looks like HuK is going to be forced to pull back a little bit, but really all HuK is doing, even if he gets pushed back, as long as he stays in this area, or in this area right here, he's keeping control of this gold. So unless... oh man, unless DIMAGA ends up expanding here, which it looks like he's going to right now, I thought he was going to fall behind economically, but it looks like he's going to be expanding, so he might be okay. Liquid HuK will have a slight advantage here because he has his gold up at first. And also, ooh, look at this. He is getting Psionic Storm, I can see. So against this Roach and Hydra army of DIMAGA, Storm is going to be very, very good, especially coupled with these Stalkers that have the +2 and +2. And let's look at the Zerg upgrades. They have +2/+2 as well. So it's going to be up to, it looks like Protoss Ground 3 weapons is going to be finishing right now. So Protoss ahead in upgrades. That's going to help a lot. Wow. And man, these Corruptors, I still think that maybe DIMAGA pressed the Corruptor button a few too many times because he has tons of Corruptors. And I think that HuK, yeah, he's doing a tech switch to High Templar now, and he is not going to be producing any more Colossus. So that is going to render all of these units obsolete. Okay, here's the offensive blink is going down, and let's see what happens. It looks like he is not even making High Templar yet. He is getting the Kydarian Amulet, and he's going to wait for that to finish because that means when he finally warps in his High Templar, they are going to be able to storm instantly. So he's doing a little retreat here, and it looks like he may end up sacking his gold, and another round of Zealots coming out, and it looks like the gold will go down again. So DIMAGA doing a good job keeping him off that gold, and I think HuK may have just sacked it on purpose, realizing that he needs to wait for that storm. So we're going to wait and see when he ends up getting that storm. Kydarian Amulet is done, and look at this. All of these High Templar are being morphed in right now. And it's going to be interesting to see against the... oh, that's such a tight ball of units. Such a scary army, but such a tight ball as well. So we're going to have to see how it works. And look at this. Oh, my goodness. Oh, it hurts me just to watch that. Those were such good storms. Softened up that entire army. And, oh, no, another money storm. And, and the offensive blink. And, DIMAGA is just absolutely getting annihilated. And there he goes. He's just, yeah, oh man, those storms just bent him over and had their way with him. Oh my goodness, that was violently painful to watch. So now it's going to be up to DIMAGA to be able to macro back from this, and it looks like, wow, as I'm just like jerky all over the place, I'm so excited. This is so tense. Looks like HuK, with an advantage, was planning on pushing up and taking out this gold, but I don't know. Okay, he's waiting for Archons. These Archons have finished, and now I think he may push up. We're going to have to wait and see. There's a lot of roaches for DIMAGA, though, and oh, the money storms again. Oh, wow, you can see how much those storms are softening up the units. DIMAGA pulling back, but not, the totally wasted storm there. But look at all these units. They're so softened up. And now the Stalkers are going to blink in, and they're going to be able to do their damage. They do have 3 attack and 2 armor and 1 to shields now. And, oh, man, so he's ahead in upgrades. 2-2 still for the Zerg. And there's the GG. Wow, what an amazing watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed.